So we've been contacted by a number of people asking what the correct way to do ropes. We have our own ways of doing it. So today, welcome to It's a Boat Thing, Not So Technical, How to Do Your Ropes. Whilst being contacted by a number of people, we thought we'd show you how we do our ropes. We're going to look at how we lock a rope off on the boat, how we lock the rope off when the boat is going through the lock on those sometimes very difficult to use posts, maybe even a few hints on how to throw a rope to someone waiting on the side. One of the first things that I think is important is how we actually attach the rope to the boat. Now, most ropes are looped off on the end, and the important thing is to have the direction that you pull the rope and pull the boat the strongest point. So we put the loop through the cleat, wrap it around like so, and then that way it's locked off. It can't come off either side, and it's going to pull and give you the maximum strength that you can use on it without putting the maximum strain on your boat cleat. So okay, we've attached the rope to the boat. We now need to get the rest of it to the shore, either on the mooring or to the cleat or post that's on the side. Okay, so that's been thrown and we've got the rope coming back. Now the other end is attached to the shore or the mooring. What do we do with this once it comes back? Well, the way that we do this is we bring the rope back around the cleat. So again, it's pulling in the same direction, but to lock it off, we wrap it round in a figure of 8. Now that can still come off. So we have a neat trick by placing your hand underneath, turning it upside down and just locking that off and pulling tight, and then doing the same on the other side. And that effectively, with the knot locking on the previous knot, make sure that none of this can move or come untied. Get rid of the excess rope by hanging it on the rope hanger or over the rail, and your boat is securely fastened to the shoreline. Haven't got a rope hanger. A way to attach all of this to one of these is by using the yacht knot. The way you do that is you loop your rope as you would do normally, like so. Make sure it's fairly even, put it through and loop it over the rail, bring the back, if you can see that, through the entire thing, and just pull it down like so. That way it will stay put, it won't fall off, and it won't end up going into your propeller. Another way of coming alongside a mooring and capturing the bollard if there's no one on shore to help you is by the use of what we call a Y throw. That's taking your rope, obviously one end of it, as we showed earlier, would be attached to the boat. So for the purpose of this, I'm going to stand on it. You would loop your rope as you would do normally, and when you get to the point where you can split that in half, so you've got a loop in each hand, you would literally Y throw past the bollard you're trying to capture. Pull the rope in. Because that's attached to the end of the boat, you can pull the boat in. It's a great way if no one's on hand to assist. So as you can see, trying to pull the boat in just by using your hands, it's difficult, and as you can see, my able assistant Helen here is finding it difficult before it gets wrapped around the bollard. Now there is a better way of doing that. We'll kick the boat back off again. The best way to do it is by letting the cleat do the work, or the bollard doing the work in this case. So as you can see, hardly any effort, because it's using the fulcrum point from the bollard end just to capture the boat, and then you can start to pull the boat in. Another tip here is not to loop the rope around your hands. Not only can you not pull the boat in too easily, but you're gonna squash your fingers and it could cut yourself. So as a rule of thumb, we should always tie back to the boat. If the bollard goes under the water for whatever reason, maybe we're in a flood condition, we can always untie it from the boat. So we tie, as we showed earlier, using the figure of 8, a quick lock off. That's securely tied back to the boat, but we do have some extra left over. So we loop the rope, we stow it on the rope hanger, and that way there's less of a trip hazard when you're moving about on deck. So hopefully you guys have picked up a few hints on how we do our ropes, and I guess you probably have your own ways as well. As usual, if you like what you see, please comment below. We would love to hear from you. The subscribe button is over here in the corner, and we'll see you guys next time.